Hi everyone, I'm going to be showing you my digital video game prototype. So initially I had designed a card game called Fluency Frenzy, which was a multiplication math fluency game. But when we decided to shift gears to a digital platform, I wanted to create a sorting game for a kindergarten audience to sort letters B, D, P, and Q because when they are in their lowercase form, they are really difficult for students to differentiate. So the programming technology that I used was GDevelop 5, and this was my first time ever using a digital platform to create a game. It's my first time really creating any sort of video game either. So it took a lot of tinkering with and a lot of patience and tenacity, but I'm happy with where my game is at currently. So to go over some of the aesthetics and features within my game, I'm just going to give you a walkthrough of all of the different scenes you can find within my game. So when you first open up to play this game, this will be the main menu. So I inserted a font. It was called Gummy Bear, which I thought was really cute. And I got it off a DaFont or DFont. And I just had to download a PDF, or I think it was actually a zip file of the font, and then I just had to place it into GDevelop 5, and then everything that I typed out in the text box would come up with the Gummy Bear font. So all these objects here, like the play button and the clouds, I got those by adding objects to the scene. And then this is my game board. So once you press the play button that was on the main menu, you're taken to this screen where there are 12 different objects, and all of those objects either start with letters B, D, P, and Q. And students are going to take each object and drag them to their corresponding portal. When students go over a portal that is correct, they get a ding sound and the object deletes or disappears. If I was to bring the dinosaur over, let's say, to the P, and we all know that dinosaur starts with D-duh, the dinosaur will not disappear and there will be a sound indicating to try again. When all of the objects are sorted and there's nothing left in the background in the game board, students are going to press we are done. When students press we are done, it takes them to a congratulatory board that has animated fireworks, and that's how they know they've completed their task. So the objective of this game is very simple. It's just a sorting sound game, except when having to code all of this together, it took me quite some time because I had to create events. So there's music that plays, there's sounds that play, actions that happen, and behaviors that happen to all of the objects within each of these scenes, within the main menu, within the game board, and the You Did It, the finale board. So I had to go in, and it was a very tedious process of creating an event and writing a cause to it. And what basically just a cause and effect. If this happens, then this happens. And it took me quite some time to do it, but overall, I would say I'm very proud of it. Even though when you're playing the game, it doesn't seem like it would take that much coding and work, I think that I did a lot of work and I am really happy with the result so far. So now comes the fun part. I can show you my game now that it's published. And you might hear some sounds, so I'm sorry if they're loud. Okay. So what you do here is you press play, and then you can kind of hear some soft background music. And so I'll show you what happens. So this is supposed to be a queen, which we know starts with qua. So I'm going to try to put it, let's say, in the B. You hear that noise. It's the negative sound noise that doesn't make the queen disappear. What if I bring it over to da? Same thing. Then when I bring it to Q qua, there's a little ding noise that indicates that I was correct and the queen has disappeared from my board. For the purpose of this play test, so you guys can see the congratulatory board, I'm just going to place all of the objects into their corresponding portals. And I'm just dragging and clicking each of the objects. It's very relaxing. Okay, so now that all of my objects are gone, I'm going to press "We are done." And there's a little drum ceremony that plays, and it says you did it. So one thing that I was trying to figure out was how I can get my game to take up the whole screen, because if you notice, it looks slightly off-centered while I was playing. So I tried a bunch of different layout options. I have it set to landscape right now, so I know that at least one other student is using GDevelop 5. So if you know how to fix that, please let me know, because aesthetically it is driving me nuts. But yeah, because it's weird, because on my preview, once it loads, you'll see it shows up as completely full screened and completely centered. So that was odd to me why it's not working when it's a published version. And then another thing that I also was a little concerned about, or just really confused, was I had a background that I looked up, because although this blue background is nice and aesthetically pleasing, I just wanted something a little bit more detailed. It also would be nice if I could set up a scene with all of these objects and like make them look like they're outside having a picnic or something, just so that way it's just a little bit more immersive and there's a story to it a little bit. But when I tried to put this grass and tree background in, it was not letting me. It was showing up as, let me see if I can show you, just like a gray little square. So if anyone knows how to fix that, please let me know. But I do have some good plans for this game. I'm going to be sending it to my coworkers who currently teach kindergarten, and they are going to test out this game and play test themselves alongside students in kindergarten, so they can give me authentic and meaningful feedback that I can apply to a later version of this game. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing and playing all your games as well. I really enjoyed this assignment. Definitely was difficult, but it was really fulfilling. So yeah, have a great day, and I look forward to seeing your content as well.